guys, my name is Mike and welcome back to AHC Garage, a channel that's built for today's Acuras, Hondas, and all the classics. On the last episode you saw us went ahead to replace the second dashboard with a brand new dashboard on this TL Type S project. On today's episode, let's go to the bench and see what we got.
Alright, so AEM intake, cold air is going on the car. This is the version 2. So I guess this fits the car better, and I believe this intake is chambered. Got a license plate frame there for Brian. Some bypass hoses, and this is the actual tube. And it's chambered. I guess this is what does, you know, some...
That makes more power. One horsepower.
Yeah, 1 horsepower. Yeah. Filter, coupler, and the hardware.
Most important,
The
stickers.
Yeah.
No, the stickers.
Oh, the stickers.
No one cares about the insurance.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got stickers. And then what we have over here is the Tein Basis suspension.
John, can you say that again?
Tein.
Why do you call Tein?
Well, you know, a good friend of mine asked me to call a company to figure out some technical information on the suspension. And when I picked up the phone, that's what they said. My whole life I've been saying Tein. When the guy, I picked up the phone, guy says, Tein, how can I help you? Yeah, well, I guess I'm the... Now it's Tein? We got the dust covers, the adjusting springs. Now here, let's look at the actual struts. They don't call them bases for nothing. It's a single threaded body here, and we have to swap over the top hats off the stock suspension. And that's about all there is to it.
Oh, that's super basis.
Super basis.
Yeah.
The Tein Basis. For basis guys like Brian.
So we're gonna get the car in the air, we're gonna get the wheels off, start getting the suspension pulled apart, strut tower off, and then I'll install the struts.
So now the engine covers are out. Miguel's prepping to go ahead and get the strut bar out of the way so we can get the bolt off the top head of the struts. So Miguel's in the process of getting those three 17mm nuts off the top of the strut, and John's over here trying to find a way and get this strut out of the way.
I think I found the sweet spot.
Good job.
So to access the top of the struts, what we got to do is we got to remove this rear seat here. So there's one bolt here, and then we got to take the headrest up, and then right in between here, there's a little opening, and there's a 10 milli bolt fastened back here. So we'll go ahead and get that pulled apart and get the seat out.
So to get the rear strut out, we have to first remove the plate here that holds the sway bar link in place. That's held in with a 14 and then the actual bolt that holds the strut into place. So we're gonna pull the 14 first, then get that 17 out, and this baby's out. So now we have our new suspension, we have our old suspension. But these bases, being basic, don't come with the top hat. So we have to put the struts in the spring compressor, remove the top hats, and transfer them over to the new suspension. And that's what we're gonna do right now with our handy dandy, super safe spring compressor that nobody likes because everyone's afraid it's gonna shoot a spring into their face. But it's not gonna happen because we're professionals and we know what we're doing. I guarantee it.
I love that tool.
I love it too. Mike doesn't like it so much though. All right, so we got everything ready. So here's the fronts, and this is really complicated. You take this, put it here, give me one of those things. You take this beautiful little thing here, put it over top of this. And with the gun, we're done.
You did that so professional.
It's almost like I've done it before.
Yeah, man.
So this part is going to get adjusted in the car. Alright, so one other thing we didn't mention before is that we do have an SPC camber kit. And this isn't the typical 3-bar on the bottom camber kit. This is a rear upper camber kit. This is one I prefer a lot better. If we go over to the car, I can explain a little bit more why. So if you have the bottom bars camber kit, it gives you a lot of adjustability. Sometimes a little bit too much adjustability. But what it does is to remove the camber, it pulls the bottom of the wheel in, which sometimes will give you extra wheel gap up here. If you want more of a flush look, it's nicer to push the wheel out. And that's what we're gonna end up doing with this camber kit. It mounts right back here, replaces this upper arm. And that's about how it's gonna go. Should be nice. So here we go, we got the stock one here and we got the aftermarket. What I always like to do to start out is I adjust them to the same length and then I make all my adjustments after that. You can already see how it is and it's fully closed.
Why is that?
It just gives you a basic stock original point of camber adjustment and then you can make your adjustments from there.
So instead of putting the arm in, do a bunch of adjustment when you do alignment.
That's
do
right.
most of the adjustment now, just
Now
fine tune
yeah,
it on the alignment.
exactly,
Right?
that's it.
struts are in, everything's tightened up. We're getting ready to put the interior back together now, and then we're going to work from underneath and get the suspension buttoned up in the back.
So we're on to the intake. This is Miguel's specialty because he loves intakes.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to get the stock box out, and then we're going to try to mock up and see the best route to get this thing down into the wheel well here behind the bumper. So
it's aftermarket, so we'll see how it works.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like it wants to fit in any way but through the bottom. So we're gonna see how this works.
So how we doing, Miguel?
Good, now that I'm sitting in front of the fan. But everything looks good, man. We got it snaked in. We had a little bit of clearance with the back of the headlight housing, but we figured it out, and John's buttoning it up now, and I think it's gonna be nice. We're getting ready to do some of the plumbing work here, which is the breather from the valve cover into the intake. So you bypass all the factory piping, and we're gonna run the hoses that came with the kit. So you get a cleaner look, and it gets rid of this metal piping here.
Our intake is all in, and John and Miguel put it on the wheels to so that we can put the car back on the ground. Then we can see where we at in terms of the height go. Then we can do the final adjustment on the coilovers.
just put it down how the coilovers were set, just brought up the slack on them. The back seems to be good, so all we're gonna have to do is lock the cuffs so they don't adjust. In the front, Miguel was taking measurements here. Looks like we gotta come up about an inch, give or take.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then lock it in, bring it over to the alignment rack and get it dialed in. So we adjusted it a little bit, and we're going to see where it actually comes up with. Miguel has a measurement that matches the other side. So we got to put the wheel back on and see where it's at.
So we measured it up. We're a little bit off. Probably about 2 more turns, and I think we should be on point.
So we already did the rolling compensation to get our first set of readings. Now we're gonna pull the slide pins on the front plates, do a caster swipe, and that'll give us our caster reading for the front. And that's what we're up on next.
So now John's doing the rear toe adjustment. Try to get it back to factory specification. So we all done in the back, and now John is just adjusting the front. He's doing a pretty good job there, and in the next few minutes we should be all done with the alignment.
I think we got it pretty close. Take a look at the screen there. All right, so we got everything adjusted, and we got everything pretty close to factory spec, especially since we didn't do any camber kit in the front.
Yeah.
So I think we got that pretty good.
Pretty good, man. Pretty
Just
even.
a hair out of
Yeah.
spec. Our cross cambers within the spec.
You should be good.
I think it'll go straight down the road with minimal wear on his fancy Michelin tires.
The Tein Coilover and also the AEM core intake definitely make our TL Type S look and sound a lot more athletic. It took us exactly 28 episodes to get our TL Type S to be what it is today, with this beautiful OEM plus finish. Not just look good, but performs well, and also can be driven every single day without any issues. And the good thing is, a lot of those items you guys can do it right at home. On the next episode, we'll be going over the entire cost of this build, We started off with $1,700, and personally, I don't even know how much we spent. So drop a comment below and let us know how much we spent. So whoever got the closest to the actual amount before the next episode air, we'll go ahead and send you one of these really cool AHC Garage t-shirts. As always, thank you so much for watching our channel. We hope to see you guys on the next one.
You get it done.
John.
I thought we cleaned all that.
John, can you get this done?
You always get shit.
I heard scratch, and I'm a little concerned. Did anything get scratched while I was gone? Yeah, get scratched in his butt. Yeah. You know, these guys are complaining that I got the basis because I think they're a little bit lazy that they don't want to replace the top hat. No, why do I need SSP? Do I really need the differential where I need to change it from firm to easy? What does it matter? The car's not going to be driven anyways.
That makes you a loser.
How we doing, bud?
A little hot. All right, so we got.
Okay.
This is what a VIP does. He sits and he watches the other men work. That's how you got it. And you got a hunt. Hey.
Woo! Papito, you got a nice hose.
Hey, John. Good job.
Some people tell me I do a good job. Some people tell me I'm a up. I don't know. What do you think?
Don't forget.
So Mr. Brian can go out there and learn how to drive stick on it. I don't think he knows how to drive stick at all. Loser.
I know how to drive stick. A man knows how to drive stick because he has a great stick. I don't know what's taking so long. Back in the day, what I would do is I would just measure the turn of spindles, how many turns the spindles had, and I just match them up. It was good to go every time. But you know, modern day technicians do it a little bit differently.
Say by that, John.
I say Brian should stick to painting cars, or at least attempting to, and I'll stick to fixing them. That's what I have to say.
What say, Miguel?
I'm happy Brian called us technicians and not mechanics.
That's really, I agree with that one. We've been working on that for a while.